Committee reports. Mrs. Shorter is not here for the legislative update. I do have a Butler Tech update, and it was actually quite lengthy. I left a packet in everybody's folder. Just Butler Tech was featured in a CET program about career education. I put a link on this paper, but I'll be happy to email you all these documents. That way you can click on the link to view it. I just wanted to also comment about the 2019 Student Achievement in the Career Technical Student Organizations. The Skills USA competitors, we had 1 national competitor, 59 national competitors for FCCLA, 60 national competitors for HOSA, 75 national competitors for TSA, which is Technical Student Association, 80 competitors for the Business Professionals of America, and one of those was elected a national officer. And of course, our SAGE group out of Ross High School were the national champions, and they are number 2 in the world competition. Butler Tech received $237,000 in grants from their grant writing that goes right into the students' classrooms. And then I do have some other papers that have some other data on there. The first page is about the participation of all the different junior highs in Butler County. Did I have this? Right here. In Butler County for the career lab. It's all the 8th graders that get to go to the career lab. And you can see that Fairfield Crossroads and Fairfield Creekside were one of the 2 top middle schools that participated in that, with Crossroads leading all middle schools in Butler County with almost 100% attendance. The next page kind of just talks about all the different school districts in Butler County and how many students are in the district, how many students are in the buildings that are served by Butler Tech, and the number of students taking Butler Tech classes, and then the market share of those students. And then the market share of the entire district. So that also includes kids in K through 12 are included in that market share of the entire district. So you can see for Fairfield, 68.5% of students that are in the middle school or higher take at least 1 Butler Tech class in a given year. So, and those numbers, even though Hamilton is listed, those numbers for the totals do not include Hamilton City Schools because they are just now starting in the program. And then there's a breakdown by different programs where kids at the Fairfield the Fairfield City School Districts are taking the different programs that we have available to them. And then where the kids that are going to the campuses are going. So you can see from years 2013 to last year's 2018-19 school year, where the different school buildings, the different campuses that Butler Tech has, and where Fairfield kids are attending. So I wanted those numbers to be available to you. And the next page is these are actually subjects that are in our school buildings that Fairfield runs, the Creekside, Crossroads, freshman, and high school, and how many teachers Butler Tech teachers are each of those buildings, and the number of students taking Butler Tech classes in those buildings. And then I compared that with the previous year, and the last column is the plus or minus of students taking that. And the second to last page is just sort of trending data on the total number of secondary students that attend Butler Tech. You can see it's up to last year was 16,803 students, took at least 1 Butler Tech class. And then the last page is just trending data on the graduation rate. And you can see the low was in 14-15 a 96.4% graduation rate. 17-18 had a 98.4% graduation rate. And then I added that we just got back our graduation rate from the last school year, and it was 100% of students graduated from the Butler Tech campuses. So if there's any questions about any of this, feel free to reach out to me. I do want to say that there's so much data that I have available to me. If you have particular questions you would like asked or answered, please reach out to me, and I'll try to provide that for you. I've been working on this for about a week, and I wanted to get it all together, but in the essence of time, I didn't want to speak a lot about it this evening. One thing I did want to mention was at our all boards meeting on the 17th of October, students will be giving showcases about what they're doing at Butler Tech, and it's going to be happening actually at all the different campuses. So the ones in Westchester and Monroe and Fairfield Township. Obviously, and they start at 3 p.m., so you're welcome to go to the different buildings and see the different students. And they're developing an app where you'll be able to download an app and see where the Fairfield students are performing. So you could go at 3 o'clock over to the Westchester building and see Fairfield students showcase what they're doing there. And then for the all boards meeting, you can walk around the whole Fairfield Township campus and see where the different Fairfield students are performing before you go to the all boards meeting that evening. So once that becomes available, I'll make sure you have that information so that you can download it. And we're working on all that schedules right now. But I think the number was there's going to be close to, I want to say 1,200 showcases going on that evening. So students will be doing multiple.
Yeah.
So
Great.
as soon as that becomes available, I'll let everybody know. Okay? Any questions about the tech? I know there's a lot of information, so feel free to reach out to me and follow up with any questions you have.
Thank you for putting all that together.
Yeah.
That's very
You're welcome.
informative.
There's all kinds of other data about kids that are in placements already, like they're graduating and they already have employment. There's data about 4 years from now, if they're still in that field, ones that have got their certifications, just all kinds of, the number that apply for the schools. So all that data is available. I just wanted to get kind of the top lines now. So if you're interested, please let me know.
Thank you.
It goes without saying your involvement here is appreciated, and I think this is great how engaged you are at that level too with the Butler Tech Board and all you're doing for not only our students that go there, but the students in the entire county.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Mr. Begley, do you have anything on the Planning Commission?
I actually do tonight.
All right.
As the representative from the school board to the Planning Commission, I've had a chance to participate in Fairfield Forward, which is the comprehensive plan to look at future land use, infrastructure of the city, redevelopment of existing structures, kind of that long-term 20-year look. And they wanted me to mention that on September 24th, at 6 o'clock at the Community Arts Center, they'll be hosting an open house to review that plan one last time for public engagement and involvement in the process before we finalize the plans. So 6 o'clock on the 24th, next Tuesday, at Community Arts Center.
And that's open to the general public as well?
The general public, yes.
Great. Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Begley?
I just wondered how that process has been going.
Oh,
Have
it's
you
been great.
been
Yeah,
encouraged by the ideas and,
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. We've kind of broke it down into different districts of the city and had focus committees working on those. And of course, there's I don't know what we'd call them, kind of a third-party advisor that's been there to help us, who's done this in a number of different cities, and the plans come together really nicely.
good,
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Great. All right, Parks and Recreation, Mr. Smith?
Yes, thank you. A few announcements from the Parks and Recreation Board. The grand opening of the dog park will be October 12th at 10 o'clock. So that's exciting. I know a lot of people in the community are talking about the dog park. Also, they would like to announce first year of the Parade of Lights, which actually the board discussed at a previous meeting. This will be a parade that leads up to the lighting of the Christmas lights at Village Green. They're looking for applications for floats to be involved in the parade. This could be any team, club, organization that would like to put together a winter/holiday themed float to join the parade. This could include marching bands, drill team, drum corps, etc. It is free to enter a float in the parade this year. To fill out an application, clubs, teams, organizations should go to fairfield-city.org. Click on the events icon and choose Fairfield Parade of Lights from the list. All of the other additional information is listed there. The event is December 1 from 4 to 7, with the parade starting at 6. So happy to share that information this evening.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Smith? Thank you very much.